This is the Iteration 3 report for Team 2. We're working with Transcard, and our team is Alexis, Catherine, Nathaniel, Ridge, Riley, and Shangtin. User story I worked on this iteration was to create a filter for all the pages of the report with a property name so I can look at specific or all properties. The way I implemented this was with a text filter. As you can see, all the data is of all the apartments currently. We filter down by a specific string. Or I can return it back to its original state. This functionality is exemplified for multiple pages where applicable. And I can return it to its original state afterwards as well. Thank you.
Hello, this is Catherine. During Iteration 3, I completed several user stories and updated visualizations based on feedback. The first user story that I completed focused on reformatting the payment by vehicle type visualization from the previous iteration, which was originally a bar chart. The second user story that I completed focused on creating a 100% stacked bar chart to show the proportions of the payment vehicle type by month. This user story required the creation of a separate table that included dates for a date hierarchy. Lastly, I reformatted a map from the previous iteration. I created a parameter that included two options. The first, the count of disbursements, and the second is total disbursement amount. And that's all for me.
Hello, my name is Ridge Longway, and this is my segment of the Iteration 3 showcase. For this segment, I have this time series report right here that shows two time series graphs separated by these buttons down here, showcasing the sum of the total payments on a given day and the counts of the payments on a given day. You can narrow down the scope of this using this time slicer up here to reduce the amount of days shown. And you can easily move between the two graphs without any problems. This is mostly complete. All it's really missing is I still need to implement a filter that allows me to show it on a month-by-month basis and a week-by-week basis. Currently, I'm still waiting on the software to get updated, but until then, this is all I have to show. Thank you.
Iteration 3, I based my Power BI reports off of the US map MVP. I have three different options. You can view by apartment counts, by state and city, and then the city summary with the disbursement information, and then the state summary with the disbursement information. For the apartment counts, you can view by city. The bubble size and color is based on the amount of apartments in that city. And then by state, the map is based off of the color. So the red would be the most, the yellow is in between, then the blue is the lowest number of apartments, and the white is 0. So if you click on one, we have a card that tells you the amount, and then the apartments located in that state and or city. And we have a table down here with both the city count and the state count, and the cities located in that state. We also have a slicer over here that you can use to filter between stuff. And then we can go on to the city summary. So for the city summary, we have a map, and there's 3 different views. The first one is by disbursement amount by city, which the graph is based off of the highest paid out disbursements. Then we can view it by disbursement count by city, which is the most sent out, or most amount of disbursements that were sent out. And then we can view by apartment count. So yeah, and then we have a table that tells you the count, amount, and apartment count by each city. Then we have a bar graph that also shows this information, and then we have a card that shows you the amount completed, expired, pending, and revoked, and then all the cards with that information also. And then we have a pie chart down here. This shows you, let's see if I can, oops. So yeah, and then we have a state. The state summary is the same thing. I can reset it. Okay, there we go. The state summary is the same thing. Same different or the same map viewing options. The apartment count is next. The same thing with the tables and everything else is the same. We can view multiple and see how they interact. Yeah, so that is all I did for iteration 3.
My name is Riley Sneed, and I'll be going over what I did for iteration 3. For this iteration, I created this pie tape chart, and it shows the count of the different type of disbursements, like completed, expired, revoked, pending, errored, and in progress. If you hover over it, it'll show you the count of the disbursement with the percentages and what it is like complete, and it's the total count of that disbursement. And right here, I have a card which shows you the total amount of disbursements. And if you come over here, if you click on a part of the pick a type of disbursement type, it'll show you that only that total amount of how much that is, like all summed up together. And to exit that out, you just click on the white space of the pie chart. And right here, I insert a card where it shows you the total amount of completed disbursement. And right here, I show you I inserted a card where it says total amount of non-completed disbursement. It's pretty much the opposite of the one I just showed you earlier. Next, what I did was I inserted a graph which shows the count of disbursements. This shows you a visual of the count instead of just like a pie chart. Right here, it shows you the total instead of calculating all that. You can look right here and shows you the number of total the count of the disbursements. And right here, you got filters, and you can show complete, and automatically updates the total count of the disbursements. And you can also mess with the date filter as well. Next thing I did was the payment date, like count of payment by payment date, and pretty much the same filter except the status is different. You got blank, complete, and enrolled. You mess with it, same thing. Date filter and status filter. Right here, this is the actual payment total for each user or each product ID. Shows you the virtual, and then you can update the not update, but use the filter. And right there, it still shows you the total summary of the payment, and you also got the filters. If you press blank, it's going to show you 0, complete, and enrolled, errored. Well, the only problem I had with this was getting the I wanted to show like January through December, but it showed you actual dates. I think it'd be easier to read the graphs if it was by dates. And the problem with that is that we have the older version of Power BI. We have version of October 2022, and the newest one is like February of 2025, which the old version doesn't connect with Microsoft Fabric that good. But in that, it's okay. And thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Shantin Dong, and in this iteration 3, I completed zero user story. In the first one, the first user story I completed is disbursement, count of disbursement, attempt by month and by week. So here we can see this is January to December. This is disbursement attempt by month, and I also created here a light chart for that. And here the other side, this one is the disbursement attempt by week. Also we can filter right here, so we can only pick this 2025. We can also select we can make a selection for 2025. Here also I just showing that disbursement attempt by week only for 2025 until March. So here we can see this disbursement attempt for 2025, the whole year of 2025. Also, the second user story I completed is that creating a card for sums of payment made and payment attempt. Here we can see the number of payment made and the number of payment attempted in this. So this one is the total of stated count, but I would like to show another one. So this is the sum of allocation, allocated amount for the payment attempt. I create these bar charts for payment made. This one is for payment made. Here is we can see this is a total, and then the last one, this is payment attempted, and we can see here it is count, and this is payment attempt, and here is we can see the difference. Also, I create another one which is the count of disbursement, and we can see this is made by month. This is by month, and this is the difference between the January 5th and January 12th. And that's all I have, and this is our iteration 3 showcase. At the end of our iteration 3 showcase. Thank you for listening.